The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Check 50, check 50. They were going to 52. They were going to 53.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Here we go.
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 41, Garoppolo. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 11.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Freeman again, a first down carry. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, we got a seal.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
57. Mike, 57.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run. Devontae Freeman. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. To throw is Prescott.
30 yards. 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 30 yar
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Prescott to throw it. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Prescott now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
57 to Mike. Here we go, 46, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Kill. 47. Under. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. 57 to Mike. Your track.
Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win, Tom. 47. 47. Swear. Hey. I'm coming after you. 50 seconds. Oh, after 50 seconds to Mike. All day. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Buying time and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Let him know.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, exit.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Check, 59.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey. 4 down.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo now. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
It's
our time, guys. It's our time.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That's what I'm talking about. Set on day, baby. Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go, get out there, get out there. 57's the mic, watch 57. Too little, cut. 57. Here go 46. All day. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. This is caught. 25 yards that time. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears...
And now the kick is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. Freeman again. 12 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got it. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine.
Here we go, 46.
Watch the run. Slam.
Here we're going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
47.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
56.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
47. Swerve. Hey. There we go. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this two-point conversion.
Don't get nervous. Hatchet.
Go. Get out there. 26.
They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. 180. 65.
First throw of OT for Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. A huge play there in overtime, and even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it down, but put this one in the win column.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, no.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credential. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about
Okay.
it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Well, Coach, we are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hey, move on. Don't get nervous.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. And right side, Henry's got it. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a second down.
Be aware, a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
I know you ain't got it.
They go play action here on first down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Mariota throwing complete there to Walker. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Mariota. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Sucko. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? A first down there on a pickup of 25. A first down carry for Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 87 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it this time. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Sherman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Mike. Yellow. There's a wide right. Attack, attack. Check tight.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first down at the 47-yard line.
Good. Blue line. Cut.
They'll run on first down. Henry takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Chiefs take over first down 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice game.
They'll roll him out right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Again, it's Cohen. He juked him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. First down, a run with Cohen. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go.
Again, it's Henry. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Third and long here for Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
At the 46-yard line.
They try again with Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Yellow. 180. Yellow.
On third down. It's Cohen. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Mariota now. Pass caught left side by Humphries. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing, Mariota, and Walker with it over the middle. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphries. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mariota again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. Third down here. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Harold Landry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And look at this. It's a fake. Able to shake him off. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
From the gun, Mariota. And right side, Henry's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 at the 19. One last shot now for Mariota. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Blue 18. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 25. Check 25. Check 25. Where are they, team?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.